What's up, guys? 5 workout tips to rapidly accelerate your metabolism. Welcome to Alpha Omega Health Coaching. We've got Alicia, McPeek, and
Marcy.
So we are here to help you lose fat, not faith, after 40. And more specifically, here to deliver 5 tips to instantaneously and rapidly accelerate your metabolism through exercise. Alicia, do you have one?
Yeah, we didn't discuss this in advance, so I could come up with 2 or 3. So I'll just go with the overall basic one, just so that way.
How awesome is she? I'm the one that created the topic and was going to speak to all of them, but I'm showing her off right now as to how good she is. Go ahead, Alicia.
Well, I'm gonna actually leave the tips to you, but because I can think of, I'm not gonna say them. Okay. I'm gonna give it the overall. I'm gonna give you the overall picture. Just building more muscle. Accelerate your metabolism.
Tip number 1, guys. It is the number 1 tip. Actually, we probably should have went in order of importance from 5 down to 1. And Alicia hit it right on the head, guys. Like strength training. You'll hear me like a broken record say this over and over and over again. Progressive overload, consistent strength training that builds your muscle will raise your metabolism. And you will burn more calories at work. You will burn more calories at rest. Next thing you know, your bones are hardening. You're feeling a lot better. You're looking a lot better. And you can run through brick walls.
And you can eat more. I don't know why that's so important to me. Probably because I deprived myself for years. Eating more makes me excited.
It's probably the single most important. It's probably the single most attractive and sexy thing to most people. A lot of women come in and the first thing that they hear is, wait a minute, you actually are going to cut me down in cardio, which is tip number 2, cut back on your cardio.
Which I'm also tired of that.
And increase my strength training. I'm going to get bulky. Hold on a minute. If you are listening to this and haven't been getting the results that you're getting, but yet at the same time, the XYZ person that, well, she's thin, she runs all the time. Yes, she probably A, is skinny fat, does not have the muscle. B, has a proclivity to being a thin person, is genetically blessed, and probably one of those people that actually even enjoys running. Do you enjoy running, Alicia?
I've never been a distance runner.
If you like doing short, give me a thumbs up down below. If you don't, give me a sad face, frowny face, or a thumbs down. Can
I add something to that?
Sure.
She's also accelerating her aging process.
So you hear that, guys? The free radical protein damage. I'm sorry, not free radical, but the protein damage that you do to your body
from free radicals
is over a course of consistent long distance running. It shortens your telomeres, it shortens your life, it shortens your capability of being able to recover. In fact, excessive cardio is incredibly hard on the heart too. Remember, like your heart's a muscle and that thing does get worn out too. But you don't have any of this issue with ideal and ample amount of strength training, which, by the way, Midlife Metabolic Mastery does exactly that. So there's 2 tips right there. Tip number 3, in exercise, guys. If you're going to do anything after you do your strength training, do a metabolic hit finisher. It is really, really short, meaning like 20 to 30 seconds burst of exercise paired with ideal and usually almost equal recovery. Gets the heart rate up, brings it back down, but you can only do this and sustain this for about, like, honest truth, you could probably only do it for about 10 minutes to 15 minutes at the most. 20 minutes is really stretching it. We're talking you really going intense. This will keep your heart rate this will keep your metabolism and your heart rate accelerated for a significant amount up to about 12, let's say 4 to 12 hours afterwards. You hear all these studies and some of these, I won't call out any fitness franchise right now, but they say that you can burn fat for up to 24 to 48 hours afterwards. Guys, you just can't go hard enough in order to excite your metabolism that much.
Exciting your metabolism that much accelerates your aging process.
It does, guys. It does. So if you're only doing 5 days a week of HIIT for an hour a day, number one, you're really not doing the ideal way of training HIIT. And B, you're not ideal in intensity, ideal in time frame, ideal in maximizing what you're doing in the shortest period of time. We do something called minimum effective dose training. So it's the ideal and minimum way of doing strength training and the ideal and minimum way of doing the HIIT/cardio training that will elicit a cardio or a metabolic response. So we don't want you going in there and running yourself down. You aren't doing this to like obsessively compulse your life. You're doing it so you live a better life, so you enhance your life. So the fourth tip is don't work out more than maximum 5 days a week. And on those days off, make sure that you are recovering, doing mobility and flexibility. Guys, believe it or not, taking those days off will give you the capability of being able to push harder in your workouts, which leads to the capability of adding lean muscle, which allows your muscles to actually recover. And you're utilizing your time a hell of a lot more effective, and you're being smarter and working out smarter, enhancing your metabolism and not living in the gym, which leads to the fifth
one more, 5. Okay.
Fifth tip. And that is get your butt out moving daily, 8,500 to 10,000 steps. You want to do cardio, go walk and move. You will actually wind up burning as much calories and fat doing 10,000 steps as you will going and trying to run 3 miles. Like it's about 5 miles of walking, Alicia? Is that what we figured out?
I think that's what we figured out, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost the equivalent, but you're not going to do all of the damage, the pounding, the jarring, the protein damage that happens to your body. Alicia, you want to talk to protein damage? A lot of this was research that you turned me on to.
Well, the thing about it is some of the damage is permanent. And this is why you always hear about the really fit guy who runs marathons and he drops dead of a heart attack at 45 because
in the middle of a run. Yeah.
Usually. Yeah.
You hear it a lot.
And as always, we equate certain things with being healthy. And just because you can do a lot of cardio doesn't mean you're healthy. In fact, you're causing an incredible amount of damage to your body. And here's the thing, nobody's eating enough nutrient dense foods to combat that damage. And then it's accumulative. And over time, it causes illness. It breaks down your genes, your DNA, and some of that damage is permanent. You can never repair it. So I'm all about anti-aging, slow that aging process, do everything you can to prevent you from aging. So that brings me to the next piece of this, building muscle. Not only will you look younger, you'll actually be physiologically younger, and you will be, as a woman, you'll be actually smaller. You're not going to be bigger. You're actually going to be smaller. You're going to be more compact with those muscles than fluffy with fat. But you also create, when you lift weights, when you do strength training, you create IGF, insulin growth factor, growth hormone, and testosterone. And don't let that scare you girls, because most of us are having too low of testosterone anyway. But all these things are there to repair your muscles after you've worked out, but they have the added benefit of repairing all your cells. So when you lift heavy, you're creating the right hormones to actually anti-age you. So, and that's what I'm about.
Everybody here anti-aging. Guys, you heard that, right? You strength train, your testosterone goes up.
Yeah, guys, you want the testosterone to go up. Girls, yours isn't going to go up higher than it needs to be. We already need a little bit of it. Most of you probably at 40 and 50, it's already tanked, which is why you have no sex drive, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, guys and girls, you have a problem with libido, guess what? Get in there and start strength training. Next thing you know, you're ravenously looking at your partner like, let's do this.
There is a thing about how you start exercising and you start, your libido increases. It's an absolute truth, and it's based on the fact that you create these hormones.
Yeah, there's a physiological reason why.
Mm-hmm. But you also look better and feel better, and that makes you have an increased, at least it does for me. It increases my desire, because if I look better, then, that's helpful. But also, you literally, I think we look at people who are fit and think they look good because they're fit, and that is a big piece of it, but they are actually aging in reverse when they're doing this properly.
Some people
when they're doing it properly,
yeah,
you're right, some of them aren't, but there are some that if you're doing it properly, you can actually anti-age. So that's what I got to say about it.
I think that's it from us.
And the second part is the nutrients. We've got to get enough nutrients, and that's also where we come in. We're about nutrient density and nourishing those bodies so that you can prevent the damage and repair the damage that you do get from working out. So you've got to eat nutrient dense foods to repair your body when you work out. You have to.
Agree. Alicia, did you write down the 5 tips?
I think so. Build more muscle.
Build muscle. The 5 tips right here, guys. Build muscle.
Build muscle. Cut back on your cardio. Do HIIT training.
Ideal length of time HIIT training.
Which I didn't catch that. Which is what? 20 minutes?
It's guys, you should not be going longer than 20 minutes. 20 minutes is actually a really, really long HIIT session.
Yeah, that is a long HIIT session. And you probably have to work your way up to that.
When I was doing like true sprinting, I was sprinting a good 30 seconds, walking back for 30 seconds, and I would do between 12 to 16 minutes, and I got shredded and diced. I
shattered me too, I'm sure.
I'll say this. I also started getting shin splints and started having ankle problems. That's when I started doing things like kettlebell swings and burpees and other types of more high intense exercise that were a lot less jarring and a lot less, I even had Alicia's husband out at the track, and he wound up tearing a hamstring with us running sprints. Ask him about that. That was not a happy time. So,
oh gosh, no.
Yeah.
But that goes into the nutrition side of things too, in my opinion. Like, I know for a fact he was working out hard, but he wasn't eating right. So I know for a fact.
That was always hard to get.
Number 4.
Yeah, because Alicia was I was in the gym training her husband. She was on the back end taking him out and fattening him up. So
see, I told you I know it for a fact. Number 4, no more than 5 days a week of working out, and in between the strength training sessions, you're going to do mobility and flexibility. And that's very, very important. You got to have the recovery time, basically, number 4. And number 5, get your body moving 8,500 to 10,000 steps per day, every day. Now that's good for your health. That moves your lymphatic system, helps detoxify your body. So, and empty out those toxic cells of toxins.
There you go, guys. 5 tips to instantly or to rapidly accelerate your metabolism. I'm sorry, 5 workout tips.
Yes.
What's our motto, Alicia?
Oh, lose fat, not faith, over 40. Oh, one more thing. We have another challenge coming up on the 19th. Stay tuned.